Welcome everyone. Welcome to Purple Lunarose Tarot and Astrology. Tonight we're going to be reading for the Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. I will be looking at the week of February 11th through February 17th. And your biggest cosmic influence this week will be that 5-planet stellium in the sign of Aquarius. So you have Mercury, Mars, and Venus, along with Pluto, remember, at 0 degrees in Aquarius with the sun. So this is going to bring major changes in communications, your connections, relationships, drive, passion, and life direction. A lot of big changes happening this week, February 11th through the 17th. Don't forget, we are streaming on 3 different platforms, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And I will put timestamps in after the live stream is over. Personal readings and all other PLR links can always be found in the description box of any of my videos. And I am going to start with a collective reading first. All right. Thank you, Sandra. Diana. Thank you, ladies. Michelle's over on Facebook. Everyone, Michelle is one of our new moderators. We actually have 2 new moderators for PLR. Look at us growing, right? All right, so I'm going to start collective reading. I have pulled out the Sacred Traveler. I forgot to make my tea, guys. That makes me sad. All right, I guess water's going to have to do. How's everybody's energy today? I feel like water was really important today. Flushing everything out. Some of you guys messaged me and asked me how everyone was feeling. I would say that Mercury has now made it completely over Pluto. So we have Mars now coming in for the chase, right? Right behind Mercury. So I do believe that as we're transmuting these energies and everybody's going through these massive transformations, that this energy could feel definitely very heavy, could make us feel very tired, right? Sleep was definitely the go-to for most people. I wish I could sleep as easily as some people do, but I did take 2 naps today, so that should tell you how heavy and tiresome the energy was. But I did work in the Etsy shop. I did get some private personal readings out today, so make sure to check your inboxes. But yeah, I would say that the energy for some of us was very, very heavy. Some of you guys keep asking me, when's it going to be over? um, I don't know, you guys. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. I do feel that when that big solar eclipse comes in April, it's definitely going to bring the shift that we're all kind of looking for. But I hope you guys remember me saying that this first part of 2024 would definitely feel a little bit like an uphill challenge, a little bit of a it's not going to come easy. You can see all the things are within arm's reach, but it's not going to be easy, right? So yeah, pretty interesting. All I can say, guys, is make sure that you're practicing your daily routines. I definitely had to get back on top of mine today. And make sure you're taking some you time, I'm going to get up early in the morning and go fishing, y'all. Like, it's very important. Spend some time in nature, go outside, do things that you enjoy. My sons, I have some pretty amazing sons, and they've noticed that the weather is extremely warm here where we're at, right? So for this time of the year, right? So we're totally going to take advantage before those fishing licenses expire, right? All right, collective, let's do 424. And I'm going to look at masculine, feminine energies. We'll look at the bridging energies. We'll look at head, heart, and higher self. I did pull out the love messages, so we'll pull messages from each side, and then we'll close it out with some guidance. Masculine energy, unknown territory. You're exactly where you need to be, but it was in reverse. Protected by angels, you are cherished by angels comes out for divine feminine, and surrendering to the journey, release control. Miracles is on the bottom, expect the wondrous to emerge. When I first started this journey, I learned really quickly that expectations, or like the word expectations in this journey, didn't really go together. um, but then as we progress, right, as we ascend, as we awaken, as we gain the knowledge, it's like we realize that um, not only does it go together, but we are to expect, right? Like once we realize that we create our own destiny, or we create our own life, the life that we're living, it's like we realize that unknown territory coming out for divine masculine in reverse is throwing me off a little bit. You're exactly where you need to be. It's pretty interesting because normally spirit is telling us that we're exactly where we need to be, right? You guys remember, I think it was Scorpio's reading, right, on the water signs, where the that yin yang sign came out. And it talks about how in the energy oracle, how it's saying that your soul is just kind of confirming that you're on the right path. And I even said, like, you can't really be on the wrong path. Like, you can cause delays, definitely. But I always say, like, people say that delays are mistakes. Well, I say that a delay is something that you needed to learn, something you needed to conquer, something you needed to overcome, right? So that you can become stronger, wiser, smarter, all the things, right? So I don't really feel like it's possible to go the wrong direction. Or like to be in the wrong place. So it coming out in reverse. I mean, it could just be saying that divine masculine feels confident in the unknown territory, because I do feel like they are in unknown territory. In other words, like doing something that maybe they haven't experienced before, or like for the first time, or maybe not for the first time, but like not knowing exactly what the outcome is going to be. All right, let's pull some Tarot of the Sweet Twilight. All right, so Three of Swords comes out. Three of Swords. Look how she's stabbing herself. You have the Four of Cups. The Three of Swords is about healing something, but it's almost like there's this energy of I don't want to say it, but it's like energy of unknown territory in reverse. So it's like, I know what I'm doing, and I know that it may not be like the best thing for me. I guess that's the easiest way I could explain that. Four of Cups is here. Four of Cups is about, it's about ignoring something. It says you have all the ingredients to manifest something. You could feel like the universe is teasing you, or like showing you something, but not giving you something. Yeah, Nine of Cups comes out, divine wishes being granted. I feel like divine masculine could feel like, again, like something's in arm's reach. Maybe they're not sure how to complete something or how to get to something. I do get this energy with the Three of Swords, like I may be doing something that I know is not good for me. All right, let's look at Protected by Angels. And I just want to say, remember, everyone has masculine and feminine energies. So look at your fight and protect and provide type of energy, right? What are you doing in that energy that you know isn't good for you, right? All right, Protected by Angels. You are cherished by angels comes out for divine feminine energy. Strength card comes out, internal strength. Two of Wands comes out. That's the expectations. Two of Wands is like needing to make a decision, a choice. Sometimes it has something to do with traveling. But I've always felt like Two of Wands was expectation. And I will say, like, you know how in normal Rider Waite, the Two of Wands is standing there and he's like has the world in his hand. There's two wands, but he's always facing like one direction. It's almost like he doesn't realize that he's trying to offer the world to this option, but it's like he doesn't realize there's two options. There's more than one option. So it's like he expects something to only be this way. And it's like I always got this energy with the Two of Wands, like something sneaks up on you, and it's like, oh, I could have chose this too. Like it didn't always have to be just this way. So that's really interesting coming out for Divine Feminine. The Nave of Pentacles also comes out. The Nave of Pentacles is like the student, the Page of Pentacles, right? In Tarot of the Sweet Twilight. And the Nave is, it's like really beginning a new journey, the Pentacles, right? But this particular student is, so there's four naves, right? Or like four pages, right? You have the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Page of Cups, the Page of Wands. The Page of Pentacles is the one that is the most excited or like the most ready to do the work. Like understands there's a lot to learn, there's a lot to go, a lot of area to travel is what I'm hearing. Like the path is lengthy and this is just the beginning. So there's like this understanding of this. So I'm kind of getting the message for Divine Feminine, like we feel a little tired. We feel a little drained. We feel like we're putting a lot of effort, a lot of energies in, right? So I'm going to say, like, we talked about that at the beginning, like how everybody was feeling energetically, and how important it was to take breaks, to practice our daily self-care. So I feel like that's coming out strongly. I feel like we're highly protected because we're definitely doing something very powerful. All right, surrendering to the journey, release control. This is the bridging energy. I really didn't expect to see that because I don't feel like anyone is like trying to control anything at any point anymore, right? I feel like both sides have definitely, I don't want to say like given up, but I definitely would say like both sides have surrendered, right? The release control, it reminds me of like Six of Swords energy. You know how in the Six of Swords in tarot, it shows the people on the boat and there's always the person in the back of the boat and he's like guiding them, right? So it's like, it gives me this energy of Six of Swords. Like maybe we're surrendering to the guidance. Like maybe we're finally starting to follow the guidance. Instead of like what we want to do. I know that has definitely been the test for me. Tell me in the comments, you guys feel like this is happening to you too? But it's like I can go so many days where I can stay on this routine. I can have this self-discipline. I can, do this self-care and self-healing work. And then it's like I burn out. And then when I burn out, it's like I gotta go, I don't know, run amok for a week. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like spirit has to drag me back. We're like, no, we're gonna go sit. We're gonna go do readings. We're gonna go meditate. We're gonna go. You see what I'm saying? And it just keeps happening over and over. I definitely feel like it's very possible that we're both sides, masculine and feminine, are getting to this energy of surrendering to the fact that we have work to do, right? And it's very possible too that we're starting to balance that work and play time, right? Because I want to say there definitely needs to be balance. You can't just keep going nonstop because you'll do just like me and you'll just burn out, right? So it's like we need to take breaks, more breaks periodically, like quicker. Don't wait as long. All right, let's see what comes out for release control, surrendering to the journey. I dropped it. It's that Six of Cups. Six of Cups is reunion energy. Someone from your past. And here lately, the bear, man, Diana, I'm gonna get in trouble. Diana sent me some information. I was supposed to read about this bear, and I totally didn't read it. I will definitely do it right after the live. But I kept asking everyone, I kept asking her, like, are you seeing a bear? Have you seen a bear in your journey? Is anyone saying the word bear to you? Diana pulled a bear card and shared some information with me, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's what I needed to hear. That's why Spirit kept telling me to ask about this bear. But again, pretty interesting because in the tarot of the Sweet Twilight, I always notice that the Six of Cups, you know how the cups are all around her, but it's like the bear is here and none of those cups are spilled. All the cups are still full. It's like the bear is very gentle with her. It doesn't seem like she's scared of the bear. How is everyone's anxiety? How's everyone's like anxiety doing? I feel like mine just gone. I don't even know. I don't know how to explain it. I told my sons earlier, I was like, whatever like chemical imbalance got balanced up there this past summer. I'm so grateful. I was talking about it yesterday in the water signs, like going over the bridges. I was like, I want to go do stuff now. Like I want to go do all this stuff that I used to be really scared to do before. Um, just because I can, right? And I think the bridges had something to do with heights, and I've always had this issue with heights. I was telling my sons, like there's this thing in Gatlinburg, like this ski lift thing where you can ride it and it takes you like across the whole town and you can see all the places and all the things. And I've been to Gatlinburg several times and I've always wanted to do this, but I was scared. So I was like, now I wonder if since the anxiety, the fear is gone, like, am I going to be able to do this? Right? Like, it's pretty interesting. But there is something about like surrendering, releasing control, and really losing the fear. Our fear has definitely, or I mean, our faith has become bigger than our fear, right? The world card comes out. It's about being open to receive opportunities. I don't know if you can see the card, but he's actually standing on top of this mountain and he has his cup or his bowl, right? And the world is like squeezing all these opportunities down. And it just says that you need to be open to receive everything that's coming in at this time. Again, could have something to do with someone from the past. And we have Nine of Swords. So Nine of Swords is about processing trauma. I used to get like shadow work with Nine of Swords. I feel like for the most part, the Death card comes out, big confirmation, right? Scorpio energy always. But I feel like with the Nine of Swords, it's again that balance energy. We really dove into some shadow work over here at PLR, right? And I feel like it was interesting because Miss L was the first one to warn us, how challenging shadow work can be. So I definitely had to balance that out too. It's like where I'm having to take breaks. I can't just focus on the darker energies. Like we can't just stick to one thing. It definitely has to be very balanced. And I think that's kind of what we're surrendering to. All right, so I pulled out the romance angels. We're going to use these for head, heart, and higher self. So thoughts, feelings, and current higher self lesson. So the Strength card, Leo energy, and the World card. So only two major arcanas. And it's interesting because we're doing earth signs, and the only pentacles is the Nave of Pentacles or the Page of Pentacles. So it's like ready to get started, ready to do the work. Heart-to-heart conversation. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other is coming out in the headspace for Divine Masculine. Past life relationship. You have known each other before is coming out in the heart space. And love yourself first. I love it. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Definitely. Nobody wants the person that everyone can have, right? Like that's not the goal. So there is definitely this energy for higher self For divine masculine, where they're learning to replenish their own cup. It's very possible too that they're learning that lesson that nobody really likes to hear, but I have to say it anyway. Anyway, it's like where you have to learn to love yourself first. Like you can't love someone else until you know how to love you first. I do feel like there is a conversation that may, I don't know. I've been feeling. It's hard. It's hard not to just say yada yada yada. Okay, so I've been feeling like that divine masculine energy has been a little impatient, maybe trying to reach out in certain ways. Um, and I feel like divine feminine is really just not focused on that energy. So I do feel like it's like someone is wanting to have a conversation. It's like the other person just really isn't there right now. Past life relationship in the heart space, you have both known each other before. This could be heart chakra awakening where you have like this knowing, right? That could be happening for divine masculine. But I also feel like it's also possible that could be a message going back and forth. It could just be that divine masculine saying like they understand that energy or they understand that part of the journey, something like that. All right, let's do divine feminine. So your thoughts for divine feminine, feelings, and current higher self lesson. All right, playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. I don't sense that at all in the headspace. I feel like the divine feminine is actually very serious at the moment. I feel like the energy of like playfulness and lightheartedness. I mean, it's possible that may come as we move more towards those cosmic influences more, towards April, right? Springtime, what I call like the actual new year. Yeah, that definitely could have some lighter, more exciting energy. But I feel like as we're actually closing out the year, and I know where everybody's like, what is she talking about? It's 2024. I get it. But it's winter, everything's dead, it's dying, we're tired, okay? So it's like we're closing out this chapter, whatever, season, I don't know, whatever you want to put label you want to put on there. I don't feel like we feel lighthearted. I feel like we feel like, are we done yet? Right? Like that's more of the energy that I'm feeling. Are we done yet? How much more is there to do? You can see the finish line, definitely. We can see that April solar eclipse getting closer and closer, definitely. But I don't see us in this energy of um, just kind of messing around. You know what I mean? Is it possible that spirit's telling us that's the energy that we're supposed to be in? Probably, most likely. Because remember, we're not supposed to be worried about what's coming. We're supposed to be in the present and experiencing the present moments. So it's like if we're not experiencing the present moments, we're not in this lighthearted energy. We're worried about something, right? I wouldn't say I'm necessarily worried about something. I'm just excited for something, I guess I could say is like a better way to describe it. And just ready for it to be here already. I study the astrology so much. I've gotten so much confirmation. Everything is coming in just like it shows. But I'm just, it's supposed to be about the journey, not the destination. That's the message I'm hearing. All right, in the heart space, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So I do feel like this could be messages back and forth. It's very possible divine feminine is sending the message about past life relationship, and it's very possible divine masculine is saying stay optimistic. Higher self lesson. Healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. I find that interesting. That came out. My kids got on my nerves this week. The trust card is here. This situation is calling for you to have faith. I feel like we're definitely being tested, right? Everybody thinks that when you're awakened, that you just, turn your 500 billion cheek And yes, I understand the Bible verses and all of that, but I mean, honestly, until we get up there and sit next to Jesus, like I don't want nobody telling me no crap. So it's like I'm gonna have boundaries. This spiritual awakening, especially this particular type of spiritual awakening, has taught me that my boundaries are important. The way I have my self-worth is important, right? Like that's the first things we learn in this journey. Spirit's not going to teach us all this stuff and then tell us to take it. You see what I'm saying? Like that's just not going to happen. So it's like, but Spirit will say to enlighten yourself, right? Gain knowledge. Knowledge is power, and when you do that, you pretty much remove energies that don't vibrate at the same whatever. So if you have an energy around you that's constantly like pulling you down or constantly causing you to, I don't know, lash out or act a certain type of way, well, that energy just gets removed, right? And you just don't spend time around that energy and then you don't have to deal with it, right? And I'm just saying, it's not like they just fall off the face of the planet. Spirit is over there kicking ass. Like, Spirit's over there giving spankings. And then when that energy comes back around, suddenly they got a better attitude. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, that's just really how it works. I mean, I don't know. I just can't sugarcoat it. That's just the way it is. Tell me if I'm wrong. You can't, because that's the way it is, right? I don't know. Everybody should have spiritual awakening. Everybody should, I feel like, embrace these energies. I feel like we hold on to stuff because we're scared to just let it be. And then we realize, oh, like, it's not going anywhere. It's just going to get its shit together. You know what I mean? All right. Let's do messages. Some of that Kentucky came out. Did you guys hear it? All right. So masculine to feminine. I never believed in soulmates, but then I met you. I'm in love with you comes out. And your inner voice has a therapeutic, or your voice, I don't know why I said inner voice. That's interesting. Your voice has a therapeutic effect on me, and I could listen to it for hours. Probably not today. I feel like for the last couple of days, a little bit of throat chakra. So it's like somebody has something to say, right? That came out, heart to heart conversation. All right, let's do divine feminine to divine masculine. I'm so grateful I met you. Are you sure that you're real? I think we're done trying to figure out the who is who, right? It's no longer a concern. How many of you feel like you finally understand? Remember, I kept saying I heard the message from the very beginning of this journey. It's not about the person, it's about the purpose. I heard it over and over and over and over. And I didn't listen, but I still heard it over and over. And it's like now there's like this major understanding. And I've told some of you, and I've talked about it in a couple of lives, but I had like some energy, some people, I don't even know how to say this, but I just had like people from the past just kind of resurface, and I noticed they had a lot of the same characteristics, same traits, same even like physical looks, that even did like the same type of jobs. I mean, how weird, right? That the counterpart energy had. So I was like, wow, what if it didn't just start here? What if it started all the way back here? And what if every, interaction that we've had with counterpart energy has always like been a reflection of what we needed to heal within ourselves, right? Talk about an aha moment on this journey. I can't help mentioning you to close friends or family members. Interesting. What are we talking about, divine feminine? I don't trust easily, but with you, I feel safe and accepted. On the bottom, even though we are so different, I feel so connected. Let's talk about the trust thing. How many of y'all know like there's other twin flame readers on social media, like on YouTube and TikTok and all these things? Do we not find it interesting? I feel like I talk pretty personally about my journey. I don't ever, of course, mention any names because, you know, that's bad. But I feel like I talk a lot about like what I experience in my day-to-day routine, and that is what our purpose is. That is what we're supposed to be doing, so that we can come out here and show people that are also experiencing this that they're not alone, right? Me and Michelle were just talking about that earlier today. Like, thank goodness that we have each other to be like, oh my gosh, you're feeling this too. Oh my gosh, you're experiencing this too. I'm not doing this on my own, right? Um, I find it interesting that one, I feel like there are some divine masculines out there that are doing this. And I know that sounds crazy and it's so rare and you don't see them very often, but they're out there. And if you go looking for them, you're going to find them. But you'll notice that with divine feminines and now divine masculines, when they come out here and start telling people about their experiences and their spiritual awakening journey, you'll notice that they always put the counterpart in the best light. Have you guys noticed that? It's like they always they don't talk about it. They don't mention names. It's very personal, and they don't ever mention anything that is toxic or unhealthy. And I've always talked about, like, with twins, you're not going to get repeated toxicity. You're not going to get repeated any type of abuse, because remember, one soul, you can't. It's impossible. So it's like you will run, you will ghost, you will, I don't know, move to Japan, right? But you will do all these things before continuing any type of toxicity. That's how you know it's not a karmic, by the way. A karmic doesn't care. Karmic will continue the toxicity, and the toxicity will grow, and it just gets worse and worse, right? And you just keep expecting it to get better. But I feel there is this trust. There is this, again, it's going to be that knowing, right? That something is not allowed, that we can only push things up to a certain limit before there are like universal consequences, right? Do you guys feel that too? Or is it just me? But yeah, I just realized by watching, you know, other twin readers, like, it's all the same. It's all the same. Like, we will throw ourselves under the bus and put all our crap out there to help other people heal, but we will not say anything against that counterpart energy. And it goes both ways for those masculines that are out there and they're doing this, you know, which again is really rare, but they're out there now. They won't say anything that is bad about the divine feminine, which is just very interesting to me, right? All right, let's do some guidance. I did pull Power of Love activation, James Van Prague. Look at this. Are you ready? Look at Spirit's got my back. Oh my gosh. Did you guys see me shuffle? Trust card. You have a strong connection to your soul's loving voice and have faith in your intuition. The loyalty card. This is big on this journey. That's the knowing, right? Your reliability demonstrates your loving sense of devotion and consistency of being, and willingness is going to be the last one. You're able to compromise if the end result is love. All right, I'm going to leave it right there, y'all. Hope that was helpful. I'm going to clean up really quickly, and then we're going to start with Taurus. All right, Taurus 3544. Taurus, this is for February 11th through February 17th. I'm going to start out with the Sacred Traveler for your energy of the week. We have traveling lightly, simplify your life, staying focused, hold the course is on the bottom. All right, I pulled out the numinous for the main spread. Traveling lightly. So right now, today is the 7th. We have that Aquarius new moon coming in on the 9th. This reading is supposed to be for the energy that comes in after that Aquarius new moon, right? This is when we're having that 5-planet stellium Taurus. I feel like there's energy here. I did in all 12 signs earlier today. So if you guys missed it, go check it out. It'll definitely help with our watch time hours, right? But I did an Aquarius new moon, all 12 signs. And the first thing we looked at for all 12 signs was the excess baggage. The excess baggage. There's baggage that we've brought from 2023 into 2024 that we were supposed to release, right? It's something that you're holding on to for dear life, whatever it is for us. And I do get that there's going to be this energy where you're going to have to release something. You're going to have to let it go. Whatever it is, it's excess. It's too much. You don't need it. Challenge or obstacle, North Node, destiny. Again, that's where you're headed, and you don't need it for where you're headed. 11th house, the edge is here. It could have something to do with friendships or group associations. And then Sagittarius is here, the Voyager. This is going to be your outcome. You have 7th house relationships is on the bottom. Taurus, I think that you have purpose. You have great purpose, something that you need to do. It could require that you travel, clearly, right? But I think it's possible there could be a relationship that's holding you back or slowing you down. All right, so I've picked the Gilded Tarot. Now the 7 of Pentacles coming out for Simplify Your Life. 7 of Pentacles is that be patient card, but it talks about planting seeds and then waiting for a time of harvest. It's also the card where it's like you've been working on something and you're not sure where it's supposed to take you or what it's supposed to get you. We have 6 of Cups coming back out, 6 of Cups reunion energy and someone from your past. And then you have 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands is firm foundation, financial security. Again, I feel like you've been waiting for something. And maybe like, let's say, for example, Taurus, this is a work situation and you've been waiting for like a raise and you've been really devoting your time. You've been working extra hours. You've been doing whatever is needed. And then all of a sudden, maybe someone from your past, a relationship, someone that wasn't already serving the greater good, right? Comes back around and now you're distracted. Now you're missing days. Now you're not working all those extra hours. You see what I'm trying to say? It's like something could be like blocking your path towards your destiny, towards your purpose. I see the 5 of Cups here. It does say that you have experienced a loss. The 6 of Wands is energy of a victory. It's also notoriety, like someone noticing you. And then Knight of Pentacles comes out. Knight of Pentacles is slow moving energy. It's very possible too that you've been waiting for this person to come back around, Taurus, for a long time, and Spirit's asking you not to get distracted with this energy. I feel like you have somewhere to go, some place to be. The Strength card comes out. This is Leo energy. We have the Chariot. The Chariot is Cancer energy. And we have the 7 of Cups coming out. So Leo energy is having to dig deep, really internal conflict type of energy. And the Chariot is like, it is a victory again. So you have 2 big victory cards here, Taurus. But the Chariot says you have to pick a lane. Like you're going to have to choose. And I'm getting here lately with the Chariot card, like there's no gray area. You're not going to be able to ride the fence on something. I feel like I said that earlier today when I was reading for Aquarius, New Moon, all 12 signs. But 7 of Cups is like, you could feel like you can't see your options clearly, or you could feel like the options are not positive, or like they're not good enough, something that you wanted. But I feel again, it's like internal conflict in the chariot, picking a lane. It's like maybe you're not making the right choices when it comes to, again, it could be a friend, a person you're in a relationship with. We've seen that seventh house relationships, and someone from the past that has resurfaced is the energy that I'm getting. All right, so with Sagittarius, the Voyager, you see the airplane on there. Sagittarius is all about higher learning, right? It's I definitely feel like you have some big purpose. North Node comes out, so it's like you have somewhere you're supposed to be, somewhere you're supposed to go. Wheel of Fortune comes out and says it's time. It's time to do something. And then Queen of Wands is here, and Queen of Wands says be confident in what you're capable of doing. Be confident in the abilities that you have. And then Scorpio comes out again strongly with the death card. This could be some Pluto energy. It's very possible, Taurus, that you're being distracted and there's some form of opportunity happening with Pluto sitting at 0 degrees Aquarius. Remember, as this energy sits here, Pluto, the furthest planet out, so it's very slow moving energy. All these inner planets that are causing us to have these massive transformations are going to cross over Pluto at 0 degrees this week. I feel like this could open up new opportunities for you. So I would say, Taurus, where is Pluto for you on your chart? I would almost bet that it has something to do with your finances. Seven of Wands, again, healthy boundaries and fighting for something. It also talks about like fighting something off. All right, Taurus, let's do power of love activation. So Sagittarius coming out strongly. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, Wheel of Fortune. Scorpio too, but I feel like that's more Pluto energy. Taurus, I feel like you're dealing with a Sagittarius, and this is all about this massive death and rebirth. I know a lot of times it seems easier to go back to something that we know or something that we think that we're comfortable with, but I feel like the confirmation for you, Taurus, is was I right about the reading? Were you getting more opportunities to make more money to build this firm foundation, and then someone came in and distracted? All right, creativity, but it was in reverse. It says you love to devise new ideas, innovations, and forms of illumination. I feel like this person is like taking your juice. It's like you're supposed to be using it for your creativity, and it's like they're siphoning your energy with these distractions. The past, big confirmation. Through the power of love, you release any stagnant situations or energy in order to transform the heart space. Big confirmation, everything I just said. And tolerance is here. You appreciate other points of view because you sense the love in everyone. All right, Taurus, I'm going to close it out with the Moonology Oracle. This is going to help you with your thoughts and emotions. I don't think you're actually very emotional, but I do feel like you are overthinking something. Do I go back? Do I stay? Do I move forward? That type of energy. I feel like towards the end of the week, you're going to get opportunities that open up for you, and they're going to show you that you need to go in this direction, right? And I do feel like that direction is going to be more to do with your purpose, where you're headed in life, and not necessarily with something from the past. A fiery climax approaches. It's full moon in Aries. Look at the bigger picture. Look at that. Full moon in Sagittarius. And we also have you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. Spirit's not going to say that your loved ones are not safe. It did come out in reverse for, but I want to say that when I see this card, usually if we're talking about like a breakup, or if we're talking about like people splitting up or something like that, this card represents the idea that you're going to stay together, that everything's going to be okay type of energy. I feel like it came out in reverse because one, Taurus, you've already moved away from this energy. You've already broken away from this energy, and it's just coming back to test you. And I feel like it's not saying that everything's going to be okay. I mean, I'm not saying like, again, the person's not going to fall off the face of the planet, but Taurus, you're going to continue on your awakening path, and they're going to either get aligned with you or they're not. It's that easy. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. If it was, guys, tap that like button for me. I'm going to clean up really quickly and we'll move on to Virgo. I was just reading the comments on Facebook. They do keep us young. That is for sure. All right, Virgo, 4808. I just seen it. So the 8s are going to be significant. All right, this is going to be for the week of February 11th through February 17th. I pulled out the Sacred Traveler. So we're asking your higher self, Virgo, for the energy of the week, February 11th through the 17th. We get to talk about the Virgo full moon next week. I need to mention that. I keep forgetting. Okay, so especially now we have new moderators. I do try to give my moderators a free moon reading a month. Do you guys remember doing that, Sandra, Diana? Most people like full moon, but I mean, I don't care if it's full moon or new moon. So if you're helping me, if you're moderating, please reach out to me because I will forget to ask you if you need one. So yes, just reach out to me and be like, hey, Rosa, I would like that reading this month. And I'd be like, yay, great. I'm so happy to do it for you, right? But we do have Virgo full moon coming. And we get to talk about that next week. I was making the thumbnails for it today. So this is the week before your full moon. So let's see what's coming in for Virgo. Answering the call, the time is now. Voyage of the heart, love flows through you and to you. Answering the call, the time is now. And voyage kind of tells me, are you going on a trip, Virgo? Are you traveling somewhere? All right, so I have the numinous. Let's look and see what is the challenge or obstacle with answering the call. It's like it's time to go somewhere and you feel like you're not ready, Virgo. That Cancer comes out feeling sympathetic, comforting, nostalgic, protective, intuitive. Cancer is, okay, so when I'm looking at my chart and I'm doing these readings, right? Virgo is going to be where my North Node is. Cancer is going to be my rising. So I would definitely say, Virgo, go and look on your chart. Where is Cancer for you? What planets are in that house? What house? I mean, what does it, which house does it represent? It's very possible that's the challenge or obstacle, right? But Cancer is nurturing energy, self-care, self-love. It's very possible that it's like time to go do something, Virgo, and there's something about your self-care, like it's not ready. Something's not ready. Gemini comes out as lesson learned. This is what's going to help you with this energy. Communication is what I'm hearing. Communication comes out. Remember, Gemini is the social butterfly. All right, let's do the outcome. Could also be a representation of the twin journey. Neptune comes out, dreams, imagination, memories, the subconscious. The word self-sacrifice is on there. And seventh house relationships again. So Virgo, we've seen this bottom of the deck for Taurus, and now we're seeing it again, bottom of the deck for Virgo. It's interesting because for Taurus, I felt like their focus was on money, but there definitely was this energy of like past relationship or someone from the past like resurfacing and causing some distractions. The dreams coming out, I feel like this is you going after your dreams. And I think it's possible, Virgo, that you're going to have to make some big move. And I don't know if it's like a physical move. I mean, with Gemini, the butterfly, the social butterfly, I feel like you may actually have to like go somewhere. All right, answering the call, the time is now. Temperance comes out, Sagittarius energy. It's about healing. The eight, I heard finding balance. The Eight of Wands is here, quick information and sudden changes. And Five of Pentacles, frustration. It's okay to ask for help. I feel like you've been waiting for something, Virgo, and it comes in faster than you expected. Cancer, we have the sun energy. It is about bright hope, joy, and happiness, but it could be about control, right? It could have something to do with like trying to control something. Four of Pentacles, yes, because Four of Pentacles is holding on to something too tightly, not able to release, not able to let that energy flow. And this is Triple Goddess Tarot I decided to choose. So it's this energy where it's like you finally realize that you have to let go, like release your grip on something to allow something to progress. And the Eight of Pentacles comes out and just gives me that confirmation, something to progress. It's going to have something to do with an area. Is it me or is like the camera falling? It's like where your focus is, where your dedication is, what you're working on. Okay, well, clearly I'm gonna have to go get the new mount, right? My younger son wrapped some string around it and fixed it up for me like a week ago, and I'm like, it looks so different than when we started. All right, Gemini, the butterfly is lesson learned. I do feel like it could have something to do for those of you on the twin journey. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Virgo, but I don't think so. I think it's, again, you're on this very specific type of spiritual awakening journey. And I do feel like you're going to have to go communicate with others. It could have something to do with traveling, but communication is definitely going to be key because answering the call was your energy of the week. And then we see the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords says you're being guided, right? You're being guided. Knight of Cups is here. This is about, again, a messenger, again, traveling. It's about being courageous enough to deliver a message about how you feel. And Three of Pentacles is here. Again, teamwork, partnership. This is about energy, about people coming together, working together, respecting each other's ideas. Neptune, your dreams, you have the Fool card. I do feel like you're going to think that you're not ready. I felt that from the very beginning, Virgo, but you are ready. And the Fool card, there's two Fool cards in Triple Goddess Tarot. One of them, she's barefoot, right? She's wearing this long t-shirt, and it doesn't look like she has very much stuff, but she's taking the leap of faith anyway. There's the other Fool card in Triple Goddess Tarot. She's wearing, I knew that was happening. I'm coming back, y'all. Give me just a second. Just a second. I wanna blame the Mercury, but that was totally just Rosa. Okay, almost there. Almost there. Well, I hope you guys got to see like stars back there floating around. At least there was a pretty picture, right? I hope so. Oh, thank you. I love them too. I wish I could get the picture. I'm totally gonna work on a mount, you guys. I'm gonna work on it this week. I say that. It's already Wednesday. You guys did get to see the stars? Good, good. At least that's better, right? It's better than nothing at all. Or like just a big black square. Love it, love it, love it. All right, I'm gonna keep going. I know exactly where I was at. Virgo, you gotta take the leap of faith. You're going to feel like you're not ready, but it's got something to do with going after your dreams. Three of Cups is a celebration, like minds, soul tribe, soul sisters, and Two of Pentacles. Again, it's like you're going to have to make a very important decision. You're going to have to choose the path. Ace of Swords, one I heard is a yes. So if there's a Virgo after that had a yes or no, but it's like this is new clarity, new understanding. You finally realize which direction you're going. All right. Sagittarius came out strongly again. Cancer, Gemini, Pisces. Some Aries energy. Guidance, you have peacefulness. You recognize that balance, kindness, and love bring calmness to your soul. That's what I said earlier at the beginning. Elevation, you're making the conscious decision to raise your vibration of love. And spontaneity, again, you move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. Friendliness was on the bottom. And I definitely got like friends, like minds, soul sisters, with that Three of Cups. All right, Virgo. Moonology Oracle to close it out. What do you need to release? I talked about that because, again, today is the 7th, so Aquarius new moon is coming and it's right around the corner. Normally, new moons, we're having energy come in, but Virgo, it's very possible you're going to have to release something with this new moon. Remember, this is the energy after that new moon. So it's like you release something and it gives you, like, frees up space or, like, gives you the direction. It's like you choose something. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio coming out, and the end of a tough cycle approaches. It's new moon in Capricorn. On the bottom, nothing is yet set in stone. It's the mutable moon. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. Virgo, I hope that was helpful. If it was, tap that like button for me. I'm going to clean up really quickly, guys, and we have Capricorn last. Vanessa said, at least it didn't happen during Capricorn. Ooh, I seen that 10303, but I missed it. I couldn't talk fast enough. Let's do 10311. All right, Capricorn, this is going to be for February 11th through February 17th. So I'm going to start out with the Sacred Traveler. And I'm looking for your energy of the week. This is the week following the Aquarius new moon. And that energy did come up, I feel like, for Taurus and Virgo. So I do feel like the new moon could be very powerful. It does feel like we're releasing something instead of, new energies coming in, which just tells me that when we have that Virgo full moon at the end of the month, it's very possible something comes in. It could be a little surprising, really. All right, Capricorn, energy of the week. Fellow travelers, support is all around you. Breaking trail, a breakthrough is at hand, is on the bottom. I'm going to use the numinous next. And now I'm going to look at your challenge or obstacle. So you have support all around you. I feel like you could be starting some sort of new journey, taking a new path. I do see that peacock. The peacocks always represent masculine energies. All right, challenge or obstacle. Look at that. Pluto comes out. Big transformation. It almost gave me the shakes. Okay, so Pluto right now is sitting at 0 degrees Aquarius and will be for just a moment. All the planets will cross over Pluto at 0 degrees Aquarius, all our inner planets. So Mercury, Venus, Mars. Mercury has already moved. We have, I believe, Mars is coming in next within the next couple of days. And then Venus, I believe, is on the 16th. All these inner planets are crossing over Pluto. So you're experiencing some big transformation, some big changes in the areas of communication and the way you perceive information. Also in your connections and relationships, and also in your passion for where your life is headed, right? That's a lot. It's a lot going on, right? Those are pretty. These are our inner planets. These are the things that really affect us the most. I mean, that's a lot to be experiencing, Capricorn, in such a short, period of time. Look at that, Capricorn. The boss comes out. You are the GOAT, Capricorn. I feel like this is going to be. I see trine flow, but I'm going to go ahead and shuffle again. I feel like this is going to be a reading where I'm going to have to boost you up a little bit, Capricorn. I'm going to have to remind you who you are because this is a lesson learned. And the card is called the boss, right? Okay, so let's talk about Capricorn a little bit. Capricorn is the sign of the goat. But what most people don't know is that it's actually a half goat and half fish. I know, right? And so the whole point of Capricorn is that it's climbing this mountain, like the goat has to climb the mountain, but it's climbing this mountain with the half body of a goat and the other half of a fish. So it's like it has these extra challenges, right? And it does it anyway, and it accomplishes it. It reaches the top of this mountain, and all the other goats got 4 legs, but the Capricorn has the 2 legs and made it up there anyway. If it's swimming in the seas, right? Pisces, like fish energy, water energy. If it's in this water, it's like this goat has, the top of the goat is it's weighing it down, right? Only the fishtail can get through the water easily. The rest of this Capricorn energy is being weighed down and pulled down, but Capricorn makes it anyway, right? Capricorn doesn't quit. Capricorn doesn't drown. Capricorn doesn't give up. It's definitely the energy. It reminds me a lot of times. So I used to watch UFC a lot. And I liked Conor McGregor. Do you guys remember Conor McGregor? I understand that he's, went off his rocker a little bit. I guess celebrityism, I made that word up, but I guess that does it to you. Maybe, I don't know. And honestly, maybe he hasn't. Maybe it's just all fake news. Who knows? But anyway, he used to be called the GOAT, right? He was called the GOAT. And he was called the GOAT because he put all his time, like his whole life was devoted to his fighting, to becoming better, to learning, becoming wiser, smarter, stronger, right? And it was like he never quit. It was always about work, and he always put the time in. And I feel like this is lesson learned, Capricorn. So this is not new to you. You already know that things are challenging for you, but you do it anyway. And I want to say this too. There's something else that we really don't talk a lot about when it comes to Capricorn. Capricorn is about resources. Yeah. Capricorn is about resources. Capricorn gathers its resources from the energies around them. So it uses this energy for this resource and this energy for this resource, and so on and so forth. Gather your resources, Capricorn. That's lesson learned. As you're going through this massive change, transformation, and all of these big areas of your life, you're going to have resources around you. Fellow travelers, you're going to have support around you. All right, the outcome, we have first house self. So make sure to go look at what is your first house, Capricorn. The physical body, outlook, self-image, conscious opinions, awakening, self-awareness, outlook, and self-awareness is what's sticking out to me. It's like you're seeing how you're affecting a situation, or how you're getting closer to a goal or an outcome, something like that. Libra, the idealist, is on the bottom. It's about coming up with new ideas. All right, let me pick a different. Let's do some Llewellyn Tarot for Capricorn. All right, let's look at fellow travelers. Support is all around you. What is this about for Capricorn? So we have the Page of Swords. Again, it's higher learning, wanting to gain more knowledge, more wisdom. It could be possible that you're watching something, you're fearful of taking action towards it. Maybe you're not understanding something to like its fullest capacity. The Six of Swords is here. It's about being guided towards calmer waters. That could be like what you're not understanding. Ace of Pentacles is about getting a new offer or being able to have a new beginning. I think that's the whole thing here, right? Look at this. Are you guys seeing this? I shuffled, I laid the cards out so everybody could see it. And we have Pluto here as your challenge or obstacle. And what do we have coming out to clarify but the Death card itself? The Death card is Scorpio energy, and it is, of course, Pluto energy. Pluto rules over Scorpio. So again, there's big endings happening here. Nine of Pentacles is like, this is why it's happening, but you could be feeling like it's happening to your finances. This could be like career change, job change, something like that. Two of Cups comes out. This is soulmate energy. It's everything. Do you guys see that? Massive transformation in money and love. You see that? All right, Capricorn energy, remember, you're the boss. The Nine of Cups comes out, divine wishes being granted. You have the Five of Swords coming out. Five of Swords is a victory. It does say you come out on top of a situation, but this is at a high cost, I will say. Knight of Swords is here. Knight of Swords could be a clue card for a breakup. I don't really sense that because of the Nine of Cups, something that you want. I feel like it's about freedom. Clarity, understanding the direction that your life is headed, because you have first house self as the outcome. Two of Wands, again, expectations. See how she's holding that World card? As I mentioned that earlier, like, they always hold it in one direction. But I think it's very possible that you have more options that you weren't aware of. I talked about the Two of Wands earlier. I can't remember if it was Taurus or Virgo, but I talked about how they're always facing one direction and thinking this is the only option they have. Seven of Cups comes out, says you have more than one option, and King of Swords is here. King of Swords is like you have more than one option if you're willing to speak truth, if you're willing to show authenticity, and if you're willing, are you ready, to be vulnerable. I know, right? And then Page of Wands is here. Capricorn, this all has something to do with your spiritual awakening journey. I do see a little rabbit on the picture stuck out to me. I want to say it's one of the first times it stuck out to me. It could have something to do with like timing, springtime. But yeah, like the little baby rabbit stuck out. All right, I'm going to do guidance next. Was that the only major arcana? It was. Look at that. The death card was the only major arcana comes out for Capricorn. Pluto energy. Massive transformation in the way you understand things and the clarity, information that you have about the direction that your life is taking. Big changes, Capricorn. Big changes. Evolution. Big confirmation. You realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love. Willingness comes out. This came out for the collective energies at the beginning. It says you're able to compromise if the end result is love. And look at this, the unity card comes out. Union is here. You understand that the love shared with another is amplified and has a ripple effect across the universe. I love it. All right, Capricorn, let's close it out with the Moonology Oracle. This is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. I do feel thoughts. The swords are strong, so you could definitely be overthinking something. And I'm getting the message with Pluto. Is it possible, Capricorn, that you are stressing about something that's not even going to be this way in just a few weeks, right? Your commitment is being tested, first quarter moon. Surrender to the divine, it's the full moon. Meditate and contemplate, it's new moon and Pisces. Last one, bring love into the situation. Look at that, new moon in Aquarius. Big confirmations there, right? New moon in Aquarius is going to be here in just a couple days, guys. All right, that's it. That's going to be your earth signs for the week of February 11th through February 17th. I'm going to go ahead and clean up. So if there's anyone that's looking for a free read, guys, now is the time. Let me know in the comments before I wrap it up. Don't forget tomorrow we're going to be doing air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Vanessa says, I thought Pluto going into Aquarius would be great for Capricorn, but no, I have Aquarius rising at 23 degrees, so still going to be in 12th house for ages. And I have Aquarius, Venus, Jupiter at 11 degrees. Wow. Vanessa says, I need guidance, please. Amanda is on Facebook and asking for talking to heaven. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, thank you. Thank you, ladies. I do too. I'm getting better at it too. So it's like, yeah, and I feel like the more I learn, um, the easier it is to understand why people sleep all day. No, I'm just kidding. Like why people do certain things, right? Because it's the energies that we're dealing with causes us to act a certain type of way, right? Michelle says it's become her new obsession. I know, right? So we can't get enough. Can't get enough. All right, I'm going to do Vanessa's guidance first really quickly, and then I'll pull a talking to heaven card for Amanda on Facebook. All right, I pulled out the magic of the unicorns. All right, Vanessa, what you need to know. Guidance. We have new opportunities. Declutter your life. Glimpse a magical doorway. Violet flame. Invoke the cosmic diamond. Violet flame and transmute all that is not love. Transmuting is what we're doing. So I feel like you're already doing that. I feel like the message here is Spirit's asking you to tap into those collective energies. You're going to hear a lot of people talk to you about collective energies, you guys. And people are going to say, you're going to get two sides of the coin. You know, people are going to say collective energies are helpful, and then some people are going to say collective energies are harmful. The people that say collective energies are helpful, it's because they tap into those energies and use that power to ascend and move forward in their journey. The people that say it's harmful is because they don't want to be connected to collective energies. They want to be able to have like their free will and, you know, their own path and yada yada yada. I understand that, right? But this journey is not based on what we want. This journey is based on what's happening. So I mean, you can say that you don't want to be part of collective energies, but you're going to experience those collective energies whether you're in denial of them or not. You see what I'm trying to say? Now, I will say this, when I'm reading for the collective, it's not always going to fit. Not every card is going to be specific to that person, right? Because again, it's collective energies. The majority of the cards will, but not every single card. And the purpose in that is to not make, like, you know how you hear people say, don't make the Cinderella shoe fit, right? Like if it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. But it's like you'll see that people will try to force it or try to make it fit. You don't want to do that. That's the only thing that you don't want to do with collective energies. But you do want to tap into those energies, because as we heal, as we transmute, we are growing that collective energy. We're healing that collective energy, and it's becoming very, very powerful. I think you're going to get some sort of opportunity to tap into that collective energy, Vanessa, and do something that's going to help you in a forward movement in your own spiritual journey. All right, I hope that was helpful. Let me see, Amanda. Yes. Hi, Amanda. I hope you are still getting better and feeling better every day. I'm gonna go practice my. Oh, I'm not gonna put it on there because, you know, look, it takes up the whole screen. But I'm gonna go practice my fishing techniques here tomorrow, so that when I come visit you ladies, I won't be out of practice. Remember me by the happy memories we created. I feel like you got this card the last time I pulled cards for you. How interesting is that? My mind is free is the next one. So I do feel like, again, there's this energy of photos, pictures. You're looking at pictures around you. The message I'm getting, though, is stop looking at the pictures and remembering something sad. Like, try to look at the picture and remember maybe like when the picture was taken, what was happening in that picture, something like that. And there's no such thing as death is on the bottom. That's the one I'm going to read to you out of the book. All right, it says, I'm as much alive as you are, because our souls are a life force energy that can never be extinguished. Only my body has been released, and that was a dense form of energy that was affected by other dense earthly energies. My soul and yours are beautifully fine, high vibrational energies which live for eternity. I am conscious and fully aware of who I am and where I am. You might even say that I'm more aware now that I'm free of the distractions of the physical world. Please know that I am happy and healthy in the spiritual sense. In many ways, I'm even more available to you than I was on earth because I'm more alive than ever. All right, Amanda, I hope that reading was helpful. Diana, can I please have a guidance card? Absolutely. Yes, yes. Always, Vanessa, you can always ask anything. I mean, if it gets personal, I might be like, I'm not answering that, but you can always ask. All right, let's do the Magic of the Unicorns for Diana for guidance. Sandra, ready for fishing? Me too. Me too. I am presence. It's number 44. Expand your stellar gateway. It is the I am that I am. Law of grace. Be your divine essence. Dissolve awe and grace. I feel like the message here, Diana, is that you're going through something that's challenging, and Spirit is again asking me to remind you of who you are, and you are the great I am, right? So you hold all this power, and it's very possible that you feel like someone's trying to siphon that power from you, take that power from you, and you really just need to speak something into existence, the law of grace. It's like, don't let this person shake your foundation. Don't let this energy cause you to be wobbly. You are this powerful energy. And if you want something to be a certain way, you need to start speaking it into existence. And then I'm also being asked to ask, blah, 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 blah. I'm also being asked to ask you, Diana, remember the last Mercury retrograde at the end of 2023 when I said that we're learning to speak things into existence? So we stop saying the things we don't want and we only now say the things that we do want. Spirit's asking me to remind you of that lesson. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. All right, guys. Vanessa, I don't see your question. There it is. I first started watching, you were saying how this guy was your twin and a Capricorn. And then, no, that wasn't the twin. You'll have to go back and watch those videos again. And then you split, but how at the time you didn't know he was your twin. No, no, that's not how it went at all. Sorry. At the beginning, when I first started this channel, I had met my twin, which just means that I met someone that catapulted my spiritual awakening. And I never questioned who was who. I've always known right away. I've just always known. And I think that's another thing is like when people question who their twin is, or they go to get readings and ask people like, is this my twin? Is this my twin? You already know. When they say that you know, it's true. You already know. And if you're questioning, is this person my twin? Like, is this possible? Then you're probably not even on the journey, right? If you're trying to replace people, like, so when I met my soulmate, everybody was like, and that's who you're talking about, Vanessa. And we did split up, but we are actually trying to, I don't know, figure it out, right? But it's like when I met my soulmate, I knew immediately that this wasn't my twin. I could look at their birth charts and see how opposite these charts were, right? It's completely opposite. So for example, my soulmate is a Capricorn sun and a Scorpio moon, but the person that awakened me, or the twin, was a Scorpio sun. And at the time, we used to think Capricorn moon because we were right at the cusp. Me and the twin actually have the same exact moon at the same exact placement. So when we put our birth times in the charts, we actually went from Capricorn moons to Sagittarius moons. But again, right on the cusp, right? But yeah, it could definitely get very confusing. And that's why you see that most people, I kept saying I was trying to recreate the wheel, right? But you will see that most people will say that when you have this awakening journey, you can't really be in relationships. I mean, I hate to say that. I don't want to be like the Debbie Downer that's like, oh, you're going to be lonely and forever and whatever. I don't know. This is what I know, right? Okay, so here's where I'm at in my journey. I tried to recreate the wheel. I tried to be like, oh no, I don't have to be with the twin and I don't have to work on my own healing. I'm just going to go get in another relationship with this really amazing person. You know what I'm saying? That was very much soulmate energy, right? In other words, like two givers, equal effort, right? And I'm going to do this instead. And I'm going to ignore the twin and I'm going to ignore my journey. I'm going to come out here and follow my purpose and read these cards to you guys and help you guys realize that, you know, you're not out here doing this alone, but I'm not actually going to do the work. And I did that for 3 years, Vanessa, 3 years. And let me tell you, when you think that you're going to recreate the wheel, spirit will make you humble very quickly, very quickly. And so we did split up. And this whole last year has been me trying to figure out if I'm even supposed to be in a relationship at this time. I get mad because I feel like when you're on this journey, people say you can't be in other relationships, that other people don't compare, and you hear these types of things all the time. I don't necessarily know if I buy into that just yet, but I will say that I feel like the journey is all about healing our internal masculine and feminine. So once we understand that it never had anything to do with the person that actually awakened us, right? I just say, like, that's just that's just the straw that broke the camel's back, right? Like, that's just the one that finally took the cake. You see what I'm saying? And it's like when that happens, we tend to go through this big healing process, and then everybody says, oh, union, union, union. I'm starting to wonder, is it possible that we heal these energies within ourselves and then we align with the person that is just meant to be with us at that time? You see what I'm saying? I mean, is it possible that it's going to be the twin? I mean, I'd love to say yes, but let's be realistic about this. Show me some real twin flames in union, right? And don't tell me Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, right? I love those two. I really, really do. And is it possible that they're twins? Yeah. You know who else I really like? Jelly Roll and his amazing wife. I'm just saying, like, is it possible they're twins? Yes. But look how rare these energies are. Do you understand what I'm saying? And show me anyone else. Give me a list of twins in union. You're not going to be able to do so because it's about healing our internal masculine and feminine. And then think about it. Once we've healed all these energies, once we've healed these inner child wounds and we become the best version of ourselves, imagine who we align with at that point. You see what I'm saying? Now, the energy that I'm dealing with now, that I've been dealing with for the last 3 years, the way I see it is, if the effort is equal, if the person puts effort in, I'm gonna put the effort in too. I don't know. I guess that's that's the way it is. I'm gonna match the effort, and if the effort slows down or backs off or goes away, well, I'm gonna do the same, right? I'm gonna match the effort. My whole purpose, or like my whole goal, is to stay focused on my purpose. So if this person can align with me and where I'm at and can give me the time that I need to be able to follow my purpose without trying to pull me away or distract me or pull me down, then I say, yeah, go for it, right? But yeah, I know. There's the whole Rosa story right there. All right, you guys. I will see everyone tomorrow. Air signs: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Don't forget, I did the Aquarius new moon, all 12 signs. So if you guys missed it, go check it out. We are so close to reaching that 4,000 watch time hours over on YouTube, and we want YouTube to send us those checks. So go check it out. Hit the thumbs up button when you do watch it, so I know you got a chance to see it. And I will see everyone tomorrow night, 8 p.m. like normal Central Time. I'm always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Have a good night, everyone.